People are interacting with their phones more and more every day, and on their phones they're always interacting with different apps. It's more common these days your customers are going to expect you to have a mobile app. In this video, I'm going to describe our 6-step process of building a mobile app and how you can build a mobile app for your business. Our 6-step process for building an app includes the following. Firstly, writing out a set of requirements. Secondly, doing up a prototype for those requirements. Thirdly, estimating that and getting that approved by the client. Fourthly, developing the app. Then we'll get approval from the customer. Then we'll get approval from the App Store. And then finally, we'll sit down and plan what upgrades are needed for the app. I'm gonna go on each of these in more details in this video. I'm Matt Grace, Managing Director of Flying Donkey. Let's get into it. First step is develop a list of features you need for the app. This is essentially going to be your requirements list on what the app's going to need to do. And you need to list out features like, do you want Siri involved? Do you want to use video conferencing? Do you want calendar integration? Or what else do you want the app to actually do? It's key to always keep in mind how the customer is going to use the app from their perspective. Do you need to get them to sign up to the app or not? Is there a specific flow that they need to go through in the app in order to achieve what they're going to do? Is the app going to be free or paid? Or is it going to have in-app purchases? And how does this app fit within my wider ecosystem of technology pieces? That is, it is the assumption that you would have a business website, and that's going to be supported by your mobile app. So making sure that those work closely together is always important as well. Once you've developed the list of features you want the app to do, it's time to start prototyping. Prototyping is a very common approach we use at Flying Donkey and allows us to very quickly mock up exactly what the app is going to do and show that to you as the client. This allows you to very easily and visually see how exactly the app's going to work and how it's going to function. At the same time, you could always show this prototype to clients to make sure the app you're building is suitable for their use, or if you need board approval or funding in order to build the app, you can take this prototype and demo it to the app. It works well as both a sales tool and an internal tool to get the project moving. Once the prototyping has been completed and signed off by you, we move into the third step, and that's estimating. We take the prototype away and we go and talk with our developers to work out exactly what it's going to take to build that app. Generally speaking, with apps, the number of functionalities listed inside an app starts off quite small, so we can generally estimate most of the app up front. Once we've given you this estimate, we'll leave this with you to take it away, and you can go and think about whether you want to fund the app or you need external parties to assist you. Now we're on to developing the app. You've listed your requirements, you've got a prototype built, you know what you're going to build, you've got the cost of what you want to build, and now it's actually time to start building it. This would then fall into our standard agile methodology approach, and we would then build out the prototype as you saw it. For apps, we generally build on the Flutter platform, which is developed by Google, and the reason we do this is so we have a single code base to develop on both iOS and Android. If we were to develop individually on both iOS and Android, you would end up having 2 apps, and the cost would near double to develop the app. At the same time, we generally scale up to a minimum between 2 and 3 developers to build the app, and we can start turning these around very quickly. We'll send you over small iterations of the app's progress, and you can give feedback and shape it at this point. Once we've completed development, we'll move on to our next step, approval by the customer. Once development is complete and we've shown you a few demos of how the app is going to work, we will then package this up and deploy this to a phone or tablet to allow you to test it on your side. You can then go through and check the functionality and make sure it aligns with your requirements and the prototyping we did initially, and come back with any feedback. We do try and give you some time to test the app and make sure it's fit for purpose, and we haven't missed anything in part of the development or requirements process. Once you're happy with everything in the app, you come back and give us an approval, and then we can move on to our next step. Approval by the App Store. We've now got a working app that you're happy to release to the public, but what do you do now? Both Android and iOS have Play Stores, and both of those are controlled by Apple and Google. In order to get your app onto these stores, you need to apply to both Apple and Google to get accounts set up on the App Store, and you also need to submit your app to each Apple and Google to make sure that they can review them and make sure there's nothing in the apps that contravene any of their policies. If something comes up in this process and they flag something that needs to be fixed, we'll generally fix this and work with you to get this solved. At this point, once the app is approved by Google and Apple, we can then release these to the Play Stores or the iOS Store, and users can start downloading it on their own apps. At this point, the project is complete. The final step is planning upgrades. Generally speaking, when we release an app, there's normally always upgrades that come with it. You'll see this on your phone with all the apps you have. They get updated on either a fortnightly, monthly, or 2-monthly basis. Some of the key areas we normally update our clients' apps are in security and UI and UX. And this is just to keep up with general trends and also the latest security fixes. Once the app is released, I'm sure you're going to start receiving client feedback, and at this point, you may want to add additional offerings into the app. Once you've got enough feedback on the app, you may come back to us and we may start a subsequent project to add this additional offering into your app. As mentioned, generally apps are updated fairly regularly to keep current with what's going on, so we would recommend generally an upgrade process of between 1 and 3 months for your app. As you can see, there's a number of different phases in the app development. Primarily it starts with specifying out what you want in the app, prototyping, estimating and building the app, getting approvals by yourself and also the app stores, and then deploying that for your client, and then it's really maintaining and adding to that app in the future. Mobile apps are really the way of the future, and they're becoming more and more commonplace. If you're looking to build a mobile app, feel free to reach out to us at Flying Donkey, and we're happy to assist.